I mean, I would think it's a dream come true for you to be able to come home, literally come home and work in an SEC program.
Absolutely, man. It's just it's crazy how things come full circle. Obviously being from Orangeburg, and I definitely count it as a blessing to be where I am right now.
When you first got the call did you see that there was an opening and you applied, or did he call you? I mean, what was that process like in terms of you getting hired?
Well, me and Coach White obviously have a really good relationship, and it was a position that they had an open position, and I spoke to Coach White about it, and I believe he probably went to Coach Beamer, presented to Coach Beamer, and it kind of took off from there.
What was it like when you got that call? I mean, you think about it, it's like, yeah, sure, let's go.
Oh yeah, it was a no-brainer. This is home, man. This is home. It was kind of a no-brainer. Obviously, being from South Carolina, seeing what those guys were able to do in year one with the new staff. It's just no brainer. It's a lot of excitement, and I'm excited to get going with these guys.
Can you tell something, you and Justin, obviously being from this area, do y'all have just a different appreciation for being here? Not that these other guys don't, but it's different for you because you grew up here.
I don't necessarily. I can't say that necessarily, but I will say that it's the SEC and this is big time football. So I'm happy to be here.
And you've obviously got a job to do. I mean, granted, it's be home, but obviously you got a job to get your units. How exciting is that for you?
It's very exciting, man. We have really good guys in the DNs outside linebacker room. Like I said a number of times, they really bought into what the techniques that we're teaching, and I'm just excited to help these guys reach their goal, not only individually but collectively as a team.
Your strengths as a coach, what do you think they are?
I think just being able to reach guys and take guys to the next level, help them reach their goals, and like I said, just being able to connect with guys and knowing what buttons to push to get them going.
You're replacing some NFL talent. Who do you expect to kind of take the biggest jump coming into camp?
I don't necessarily want to put a cap on it. I mean, all these guys, man, they have endless potential, and I just want to help all these guys maximize their talent.
Yeah, and Shane mentioned, somebody on the offensive side of the ball, Javon Gwynn, had as close as a perfect summer that you could have had. Is there anybody in your group or on the defensive side of the ball that you saw kind of had as close to the perfect summer they could have had?
All those guys are really working hard. I would say something that really stood out. We gave Gilbert Edmonds some kudos in our team meeting earlier today. He went through when he didn't have any strikes on the field.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about accountability, and he was one of the guys who really stood out.
What's it going to take to kind of get Jordan Burch to maybe just reach his maximum potential, and obviously such a highly regarded guy coming into the program, and now he's really got his chance to kind of be the guy out there.
Yeah, I think Jordan Burch, along with a lot of these guys, man, I think the sky's the limit for them. I think that they've really been working hard, and I think you guys are really going to see, it coming to fruition. I mean, like I said, I think Jordan Burch is ready as anybody to get going.
How about Terrell Dawkins? What have you kind of seen? I know you've only been around him limited time, I guess, so far, but a guy that's kind of suffered through some injuries, but he had one heck of I guess it was his sophomore year where he
Absolutely.
really was one of the top tier guys in the league.
Yeah. Transferring from NC State, Terrell Dawkins, really excited where he's at right now, and like I've been saying, I'm really excited to get going with him.